Everybody, welcome back to class. All right, now today we're going to do just this is a little bonus lesson that, I have no assignment tied into this one as of yet, but I wanted to do a little bit of just fun with music and show you what people were listening to or play for you what people were listening to back in this era, in the 1940s as the war is going on. Now, admittedly, I don't think I've tied enough music into this class. I probably should do that more frequently. I do plan to do more of it as we move forward. But in all honesty, if you go back to the 1850s to 1900, were they listening to a lot of awesome music by today's standards that you guys are just going to love and soak up and enjoy every minute of it? Not so much. It's going to be pretty old-timey music. But I think in moving forward, kind of where we're at in class, music starts getting better and changes in the 1920s. By the time you get to about the late 1950s to 1960s, that's when we start getting what I would think of as more modern music, and music starts getting really good. And I'm going to hit, once we get to that era, kind of in quarter four, I'm going to try to tie in more music into the class. So in the 1940s, where we're at, we just finished up the 1942 lecture series. What are people listening to at that time? I think from what I know of it, you can kind of break music down into maybe two really general categories, or at least I'm going to play you an example from each. You kind of have that old-timey, twangy, almost like country type feeling music. And then probably the most popular music in the country is going to be like jazz, where it's like a big band or orchestra and a snappy beat and pretty, you know what I mean, a good rhythm to it and all that. Jazz is like the most popular music from that era. And that was really true from the 1920s was when jazz caught on, but jazz is still pretty big in the 1940s. And by the way, Hitler did not approve, and he tried to ban it over in Nazi Germany, but jazz is pretty big worldwide. So the songs that I'm playing for you today, they'll both be 2 YouTube clips. Now, they're not actual legit music videos. Well, for good reason. TV doesn't really exist yet. TV in the 1940s is a brand new technology. Nobody has it in their homes yet. It exists as a technology, but it's not widespread or in use. So obviously there would be no music videos from back in this era. But by the 1940s, everybody has a radio in their house. That's super common. So you can listen to music. Now, what I'm playing for you on YouTube here will be some legit old examples of songs from this era. And then the video, what you'll see will just be where somebody has dubbed over images that correspond and tie in to the sorry, got all these things popping up there. It'll be images that tie into the song that's being played. So first example is Sink the Bismarck. This song is about an event that happened right before America got into World War II. It's kind of talking about the Battle of the Atlantic. Now, the Germans primarily were using U-boats out in the North Atlantic to sink British and American ships, but they also had a couple epically big battleships that they made too. Their problem was they just didn't have enough of them to compete with the British or the Americans. Their biggest battleship, which was supposed to be the fastest and best battleship ever created, was the Bismarck. Okay, it was named after an old German general and politician. Anyway, the song is "Sink the Bismarck," which was a true event from history where the British Navy, after losing a few ships to the Bismarck, does end up sinking it. So this song's by Johnny Horton, an American artist. He kind of has a country western type feel. Anyway, I hope you like it. And then the second one is the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. This is more of a jazz one. It's kind of snappy, upbeat, but it's a really well-known song from this era. So anyway, kick back, listen to them both. I hope you enjoy it. That's all I got for you on this. No assignment attached to it. But we will probably have some assignments tied into music in the upcoming future. All right. Have a good day.